Welcome to Probable Magic. This isn't part of either of my planned series, just a little standalone video of something that I found interesting. I call it, What I've Seen is What You've Got. So here's the deal. A couple days ago I was watching a draft video. I don't remember whose video it was. I think it was one of the channel Fireball guys, and probably a video from a while ago. None of that's relevant to this conversation. What is that during the course of one of the games, the player made a comment along the lines of, my opponent can really get me here if he has card X, but I didn't see any of those going around the draft table. That got me to thinking, would I have seen it going around? How many cards going around the table do we actually see? Well, let's do the math. There are 8 players, each of which opens 3 packs. Each pack has 15 cards, so there are 360 cards going around the draft table. Each round, there will be 8 packs. The first pack I open, I see all 15 cards. The second pack gets passed to me. 1 card has been removed. I see 14 cards. Third pack, 2 cards have been removed before it comes to me. I see 13 cards, and so on to the 8th pack. When I get to my 9th pick, that's the first pack coming back around the table. There'll be 7 cards left in it, but I've already seen them all. That means in the first round, I have seen 92 cards going around the table. By seen, I mean they've been in my hand at some point. I know what they are, even though I didn't pick them. I'm aware that that card is at the table going to someone. So 92 cards per round times 3 rounds means I have seen 276 cards at the draft table. 276 divided by 360 means I have seen 77% of the cards drafted at the table. So that seems like pretty good odds. I've seen most of the cards at the table. But wait, 1 card per pack is a basic land. In most packs, I realize in Dragon's Maze, that card's replaced by a Guildgate. We're ignoring that. 1 card per pack is a basic land for our purposes, which means 24 of the cards drafted were irrelevant, because every player can add as many basic lands as they want to their deck. When I take out those 24 cards, I've seen 252 of the 336 non-basic land cards drafted at the table. That's 75%. Only a slight decrease from 77. I've still seen most of the cards drafted at the table. But wait! 42 of those cards I pulled myself. I know what they are. So when I take that out, I've seen 210 of the 294 non-basic land cards drafted by other people at the table. That's 71%. Still only a slight decrease from 75 or 77, and I've seen the majority of the cards at the table. But wait, not every card gets played. In fact, the best cards are people's earliest picks, which I won't have seen but before the pack gets passed to me. So the cards I don't see other people take are most likely to get played. Now that's not strictly true. Sometimes people rare draft, sometimes people hate draft, sometimes people find themselves forced to switch directions mid-draft because they get cut off. But for the most part, I can assume that people's best picks are their earliest picks that they will try to play. So, of the 294 non-basic land cards drafted by other people, I've seen 210 of them. That means there were 84 non-basic land cards drafted by other people that I didn't see during the course of the draft. I don't know whether they're at the table or not. Let's assume all 84 get played. Let's also assume each opponent is playing a 40 card deck with 17 lands, meaning that each opponent has 23 of these non-basic land cards. 7 opponents by 23 cards means there are 161 non-land cards played by other people at the table. That means I expect to have seen less than 50% of the non-land cards played by other people at the table. Of the 161 non-land cards played by other people, I expect that 84 of them were the early picks that were taken out of packs before they were passed to me. So it's really a coin flip on whether or not I expect to have seen a card going around the table on whether or not my opponent could have it. That's Probable Magic, and I'll see you next time.